Christ is born.
Glorify Him.
Good morning. Merry Christmas. I hope that today and this morning, all of your Christmas dreams came true. I think mine did, and that was I simply was able to take a deep breath and finally say, made it. I have been, I will confess, a complete Grinch this Christmas season in my own soul. I dread Christmas some days because it's such a lot of pressure. There's so much pressure to make everything so magical and so wonderful and so miraculous, and then I just want to throw up my hands and say, let me be. I don't want to have to deal with this. But now Christmas is here and I don't have any of that. It's all gone. It's taken away by the joy of the feast. And I hope it is for you too. Earlier this last week, I was in a very Grinchy mood, and I was invited to attend the Christmas Carol concert at the Romanian Embassy put on by the St. Andrew Parish. And it is true that it's not quite Christmas without the music, right? It's not Christmas until you hear those certain carols. I think we all have our favorite carols, which speak to our hearts and our souls and bring us to that place where we say, okay, now I get it again. Now I'm hearing it. And that was kind of what it was like for me, because I sat there and I thought, what possesses grown adults to dress up in traditional costume and clothes and sing sentimental songs and silly songs, you know, these songs that have these, like the drummer was drum, drum, drum. I mean, they make you laugh, they make you giggle because you remember singing them when you were in elementary school. What is it that possesses grown adults to shake off their seriousness and their grim quality and act like children again? And that's the great blessing of Christmas. In the nativity of Christ, the whole world is made new again. And we can be made new again as well. We can shed all the nonsense, all the pressure, all the burdens, all the guilt, all the shame, all the garbage that we've been carrying around for the entire year, and finally just say enough is enough. It's not my life. That's not what matters. That's not what this feast is about. This feast is about God giving the world a new life. Not just a second chance, but a new life. A life with Him, a life with communion with each other, with God, in peace, in love. And we can put all these things that have bothered us up until now, up in this whole Christmas season. The devil works very hard at Christmas to make sure everybody is off their game, you know, off their spirit, and worried about many things that don't really matter, and upset about many things that don't matter. Put it all aside. You came to church. You chose wisely. You said, before I do any of that stuff, or before I get too involved, I'm going to come to church, I'm going to give honor and worship, and I'm going to kneel with the wise men at the feet, at the crib of Christ, at the manger. And that's a good and wonderful blessing for you to do. Other than that, I don't have anything else to say. Just have a very Merry Christmas, not because you hear it on the radio, but because you've let your heart open wide to Christ and you've dropped everything else. Just make it about Him and you and your loved ones, sharing that joy. Amen. Christ is born.